Hey boys and girls, welcome back to the Legend of Zelda, Skyward Sword. In the last episode, we crossed the barriers between past and present, all in our attempt to free Zelda from her time lost between times. Thankfully, with the second gate of time now activated, and the true name of the sealed temple now revealed to be the Temple of Hylia, the answer we seek is slowly but surely being revealed, and at this point, we're really going to need those, since Girahim and the Imprisoned got in our way once again, right before we were able to get back in time. Girahim being the boss at the end of the Fire Sanctuary, and the Imprisoned right when we tried to activate the new gates, with things going haywire over on the side of evil, and quickly making advances at trying to take us down and out. Our path, set by the goddess, needs to be set in stone in one way or another. The path to cleansing the surface of the evil forces once and for all, like the goddess's song asks of us to do. The true problem to this question is truly how. But with all answers, they come with time, and time always answers all. And we've learned that through every single adventure we've ever taken on this, channel, just in general, with everything we've done in all these games we've played. Well, time always usually answers our questions. But now that we are in the Temple of Hylia, the distant past of, everything to do here, we're now here now. And honestly, first things first is let's say hi to Impa for the first time in a while. At last, I've been expecting you, Link. You are doubtless overwhelmed, so I will explain things as simply as I can. This is the Temple of Hylia, though it will come to be known as the Sealed Temple sometime in the future. You stand in the past ages before your own time. Here the goddess Hylia has only just sealed away demise. Demise? Okay, that's an interesting name. A little time has passed since the goddess sent the outcropping of rock into the sky that would one day become Skyloft. Oh, so that's where we're at in time. Okay, good to know. It is true to its name. You will pass through the gate of time to an era in the distant past. You will have many questions, but for now, you must proceed back through the great doors behind you. Okay, so we need to go into that room. The room where we couldn't go before, in the presence. Okay. It is there that the person you've risked your life and blood to defend waits for you. Okay, anything else, Impa? Just curious. Okay, just kind of repeating yourself. You will have many questions, but for now, you must proceed through the great doors at the back of the room. It is there where you... Okay, so you're just repeating from there. It's slightly different. Can we go outside? That's something I'm curious about. Might as well check, right? Nope. Might as well try, right? It's not Ocarina of Time, obviously, but... yeah, you might as well see if you can, right? Okay, well, let's open up the doors of Hylia, then. Of the Temple of Hylia, and see if we can see our long-lost friend. There she is.
You've come so far, Link. I'm glad you made it.
Well, we're glad to find you. What you doing, though?
I imagine Impa filled you in on everything. We've traveled very far from home, to the distant past. In this era, the wounds inflicted on the land during the battle between the goddess and the demon king known as Demise has not been yet healed. All the fairy tales about that war we heard growing up in Skyloft, incredible as it may seem, they appear to be all too real.
Makes sense with everything we've seen, especially with Girahim and the Imprisoned.
I think it's time you learned the whole story. Let me try to explain.
Okay, explain away, Zelda.
The old gods created a supreme power that gave anyone who possessed it the ability to shape reality. and fulfill any desire. They called it the Triforce.
Which is something we got on our hand right now. We have the whole thing based on the fact that we did all those trials, because we've seen it open up every single time. So, obviously, well, now we get to find out what's going on with that, for at least Link, because Link has no idea what that is.
In his thirst to make this world his own, Demise readied a massive army of monsters for war. He sought to take the Triforce for himself by force. The goddess feared for her people. She used her power to send both of them and the Triforce into the sky on a slice of earth she cut away from the land. The floating rock became the new home for our people. In time, it came to be known as Skyloft.
Okay, makes sense. But what about the pieces we got from the trials, though? Is that not the Triforce?
After a long and fierce battle, the goddess Hylia succeeded in sealing away Demise. However, soon after the Demon King was imprisoned, it became clear that the seal would not hold long against his fearsome power. Hylia had suffered grave injuries in her battle with the Demon King. She knew that if he broke free again, there would be no stopping him.
Makes sense. Noted, though, from everything you said.
And if the Demon King were to free himself, it would mean the end of the world for all beings on this land. In order to put an end to the Demon King, Hylia devised two separate plans and set them both into motion.
Okay, so one being Zelda's and one being Link's, obviously. From what we know. Since she's the, what was the name of it? Girahim gave it to us earlier. She was the vessel of the goddess, right? Is what he said? And then we are the, the hero of the goddess. Or the hero of the sky. And technically there's 3 plans, but Groose wasn't planned for, obviously, but Impa said he had a plan. Or he had a part in this, journey, so technically there's 3.
First, she created V. She made the spirit that resides in your sword to serve a single purpose, to assist her chosen hero on his mission. Her second plan was to abandon her divine form and transfer her soul to the body of a mortal.
Okay.
She made this sacrifice, as you have likely guessed, so that the supreme power created by the old gods could one day be used. For while the supreme power of the Triforce was created by the gods, all of its power can never be wielded by one. Knowing this power was her last and only hope, the goddess gave up her divine powers and her immortal form.
Okay, makes sense.
And you probably figured it out by now, haven't you, Link? You are the chosen hero. And I, Zelda. I am the goddess reborn as immortal.
I guess that makes sense. And that makes sense what Girahim said before, too. Why he said that.
On the day of the ceremony, Girahim's tornado tossed me out of the sky and down to the road below. I was nearly captured by the demonic forces, but I was rescued at the last moment by the old woman who lives in the sealed grounds.
Which makes sense.
I had no memory at all of my existence as Hylia, but she explained it to me. She helped me to remember who I was, and what I had to do. I set out to pray at the goddess's statues, located in each temple across the land. Each statue stirred up memories within me. After I visited them all, Impa, an agent of the goddess, led me up here, to the past.
Makes sense. So you're not Zelda, but you're also Hylia at the same time, so you have both of their memories. That makes sense.
All of this is part of the same great effort to prevent the revival of Demise. Stripped of his true physical form by the seal that binds him, he takes the shape of an abomination. But even in his hideous state, he's more than capable of devouring this land, if we allow him to do what he desires.
And obviously the abomination being the imprisoned. And that's what we've been fighting this entire time. well, the imprisoned form of the demon lord that is Demise, obviously, is what she's trying to tell us. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Why it's trying to escape, then.
We must stop him from freeing himself from the seal that imprisons him at any cost. That is why I intend to remain here in this time and place, to sustain the seal as best as I can. As long as I continue this vigil, we may be able to prevent the Demon King from fully reviving himself in our own time.
I guess that makes sense.
I must maintain the seal that I created so long ago, and keep it strong for as long as I am able. With the memories of my former life returning to me, I can now see that this is my purpose.
Makes sense.
Link, the goddess created Fee in the Great Blade. She's part of for very specific reasons. For the task of standing against Demise in the monstrous form he now assumes rests solely on your shoulders. Back in our own time, you've already driven him back into his prison twice now. I can't thank you enough for that, Link.
No problem. We tried our best, that's for sure. But what about Girahim, though? Link doesn't look like he's doing too good, mentally.
During your long journey, you've grown so much. You learned wisdom from solving devious puzzles and traps. You gained power by honing and tempering both yourself and your sword. And you overcome the trials set before you by the goddess. You've found true courage. Now that those qualities reside in you, you are worthy of wielding the power the old gods left behind for our kind. You can claim the Triforce.
Okay. So how do we do that, then? I guess with your help, I guess.
Valiant hero, you've endured many hardships and journeyed far in your quest to reach this place. Along your travels you have found wisdom, power, and courage, and for this I shall bless your sword with the goddess's power. May it give you, and your sword, the strength to drive back the abomination that threatens this land.
Okay. Well, looks like our sword's being powered up once more, then.
The mark you see upon the back of your hand is proof that you are the hero of legend, and that within you dwells secret power. It is the mark of the Triforce. Stand now, Link. Draw your sword.
Okay. Draw your sword, hero of legend. And let's prepare for, well, the biggest fight of our journey. And that looks about right. It said the Master Sword earlier, but that looks more like the Master Sword to me, because obviously the Triforce insignia on it. And obviously, well, it's more blue and silver than like how it should be. The goddess has blessed your blade, and the Master Sword has at last achieved its ultimate form. The sword is now imbued with the mythical power to drive back demons, and only Link may wield it. Okay, we're truly the hero of the goddess now. No way around it now.
Link, before I say another word, I feel like I owe you an apology. You see, the mark of the Triforce on your hand is a symbol of the greatest power in this world.
Makes sense.
If you can obtain the actual Triforce, we will have the power to vanquish Demise, once and for all. The problem is, among the countless souls in this world, only a select few, those with an unbreakable spirit, can wield its might.
So only so many people can have this, obviously.
It's impossible to know the true reason why the old gods created the Triforce, but I have a theory of my own. The gods created the Triforce, yet they specifically designed it so their own kind could never use its power. Somehow, I think that may have been their way of giving hope to all the mortal beings on the land, which brings us back to you. To face Demise and give the land hope, the goddess Hylia needed someone with an unbreakable spirit. That someone is you, Link.
Yeah, that makes sense. But what about you, though? Because it seems like you're kind of stuck here, then.
But spirit alone wasn't enough. You had to overcome many trials and awaken the hero within yourself, so that you could wield that supreme power. And so Hylia, and so I knew that if it meant saving Zelda, you would throw yourself headfirst into any danger, without even a moment's doubts. I used to.
Not really. You had no idea that you were Hylia until, you fell down to the earth. Surface. It's not really earth, but you know what I mean. Well, technically earth means dirt, honestly, so not until you reached the surface did you learn that you were Hylia, so you didn't use this at all, obviously.
I can't begin to tell you how sorry I am for pulling you into all of this, Link. But you have to understand this is a war, and the fate of the land hangs in the balance. I need your strength to tip the scales in our favor.
Well, we'll try our best, that's for sure.
All that may be well-intentioned and true, but it doesn't mean it's right, and it doesn't excuse my actions. But I'm prepared to pay the price for what I've done.
The price? What price?
To ensure that the seal holds, I will remain here in this time, deep in sleep for thousands of years.
Thousands of years, you say? Is that really a good idea?
Link, I can't say it enough. I'm so sorry for the way I have had to involve you in this. But until my memory of things before our lifetime returned to me, I had no idea we were fated to carry such a heavy destiny. Before all of this, I was happy just spending my days hanging around with you in Skyloft. I wanted that feeling to last forever.
Aw. But now she feels like that can never happen. That sucks. And poor Link doesn't want this to happen at all. It's more like basically a double negative for Link at this point.
Well, it's true that I am Hylia reborn. I'm still my father's daughter and your friend. I'm still your Zelda.
Aw.
When Demise is finally gone, there will be no more need for the seal that binds him, and then I'll be able to wake up. So I'm going to ask you for a favor, Sleepyhead. Ever since we were kids, I'll always be the one to wake you up when you slept in. But this time, when all this is over, will you come to wake me up?
Well, of course. Of course. She is Link's best friend after all. And will obviously, well, technically more if you look into the lore of this game a little deeper. But definitely kind of crazy. It's one of the only games where Link and Zelda are obviously more connected than they seem. Because obviously Link and Zelda grew up with each other in this one. Unlike how Zelda's normally just the Princess of Hyrule, and then Link happens to meet her later in the adventure. But in all the ones that Link and Zelda are connected already, well, they're much closer to each other, like we see in, like, obviously Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. That one's one of those confirmed ones, too. And Zelda's like that in this game, which is kind of cool. Technically, I think Wind Waker's also that way, too, in a way. I think. Just based on the fact that, you spend more time with the character that, technically represents her under circumstances without, like, fully going into details on it. But honestly, with that being said, let's say hi to Impa again.
I see. You've said goodbye. Now you must keep the promise you made to her. You must find the Triforce. Return to your time. There is work to be done there. Do not fear for Zelda. I will watch over her. Go now and fulfill your destiny.
Okay, fulfill our destiny. Touch the gate of time. And send ourselves back in time, back to where we're supposed to be. And back to the present we go. But yeah, definitely with everything we just learned there, well, there's quite a lot we still need to do, it looks like.
So you've returned.
Hey, old one. Long time no see.
Then You know everything. On the other side of that gate, Zelda waits suspended in a sleep without end. But do not despair, for she is still alive and well.
Okay, good.
True to the legend, the Triforce is the one thing with the power to vanquish demise. It is thought to have been hidden within Skyloft by the goddess. Sadly, that is all we know where it rests. All the other clues to its whereabouts have been lost to ages. Link, you have likely come to the same conclusion, but I will spell it out just the same. The key to finding the Triforce must be in Skyloft.
Okay, so go back to Skyloft and hopefully find the Triforce then.
Go now, Link. Find the Triforce.
Whoa there. Hold up.
What's going on, Bruce?
Link, there's something I gotta tell you.
What's that, buddy? Well, now that you're our buddy, what's up?
So Zelda, how's she holding up? Was she okay when you saw her?
Actually, we'll give you the truth.
That's terrible. It's gotta be so hard for the poor girl. But you're going to do something about this mess, right?
Yep, that is the plan.
Link, I've made up my mind. I'm not going back. I'm staying right here with Granny.
Well, that's good to hear. She does need somebody to protect her, because obviously she's not able to protect herself anymore. From what we can see. She's... like, when you get to that old age where she is, there's not much you're going to be able to do physically to fight off a creature of that size and magnitude. Let's be honest here.
Don't look so bummed out. Don't I look sad? Nah, I'm doing what I want to do. I don't know how to explain it. Got this feeling in my belly that there's work to to do here. Somewhere, one's gotta watch that big ugly monster. Someone's gotta make sure Granny's doing alright. It ain't as action-packed as what you're doing. Maybe this is my destiny. Know what I mean?
True. And plus, the old one did say that you had a destiny to play, and that seems to definitely keep Demise at bay until I can make it back. Or Link can make it back, as I should say.
Besides, it's not so bad here. Living up in the sky was okay, I guess. But I don't know, you just love the way it smells. I just love you. Oh, wait, let me read that again. In the sky was okay, I guess, but don't you just love the way it smells down here? What? That's not weird to say.
Well, there's, a bunch of trees down here. There's more air to breathe. I guess it makes sense. And you're more free. You're not stuck on a floating rock in the sky, to be fair.
Oh, check it out. Zelda and Granny brought life back to the land here. Bet even the weakest sapling could grow into a one beast of a tree in the soil like this. It'd brighten this place up a little too. I mean, sure, it'd take a few years for it to grow, but as far as I'm concerned, I got nothing but time. It's weird to say out loud, but that's just how I feel right now. So yeah, get back to Skyloft, do me a favor. Let the people know I'm doing okay down there. Colin and Stritch might get a little emotional since they look up to me, but you tell them I'm happy, okay? Thanks, Link.
No problem, Bruce. Okay, so he said something about a sapling could grow here. Let's keep that in mind, because that was specifically marked in red, so it's not a digging spot. It's a growing spot. Okay. Noted. So we gotta find a sapling of sorts, or plant of sorts, and maybe bring it here. We'll have to remember that just in case, because we might forget that, because like the basin was in Pharaon, and we didn't remember right away, and then we found out in the next episode, obviously, and then we brought that basin to Eldin Volcano to open up the fire, the fire sanctuary and everything. So, okay, noted.
Don't let me down. Counting on you to help Zelda, Link. Oh, by the way, I've been thinking about how nice it'd be to have a tree here. I don't have a seedling or anything. You seen one I could plant?
Not around, but I'll keep that in mind. You want a tree? We'll bring it to you eventually. Are we able to go in the room that Zelda was in? Kind of curious. We could see in there, though. Yeah, we could see her, kinda. Wonder if you could see her inside there. Not fully. But we can see the orange crystal. We saw it at the very beginning of the game, to be fair. So, we obviously knew she was, you know, in there. Definitely pretty crazy, though, with everything that's happened and everything that we've done. Her being stuck in a place between time is honestly, pretty scary, I would definitely say. Oh yeah, I forgot that the goblins were blocking this place. What we'll do instead, then, is, we'll just go up this way instead, since they're blocking off the bird statue. Might as well, just so we can make our way back safely without any problems on getting back to the land of the sky. But with a quick little bird statue, and a teleport back to the skies of well, obviously the skies. The lands of the skies. Well, we make our way back to Skyloft for the first time for a major adventure since the very beginning. Because Skyloft didn't have any super major adventures up to this point. But now we're set in stone on doing something crazy, it looks like. First things first, we'll make our way up to Skyloft. But, and then see what's going on once we get to the land. And then from there, we'll figure our path of what we actually want to do from here on out. Let's make sure we drop on safely. Let's see if Fee talks about anything. Looks like Fee doesn't want to say anything. Okay, well noted. Let's definitely take a look at the map. Looks like no goddess boxes are hanging here. Knight Academy. Could want us to go to the Knight Academy, honestly. That could possibly be the next location, which would make sense with everything going on. But once we finish up here, I think we'll prepare for the quests that we can do and everything around the world of this land and everything. But I think where we want to go is, I think we want to go see Gapora, I think. That would make sense to me, based on everything. So let's make our way back to there, and that would be a good place to start. And also, obviously, Colin and Stritch would be another person to talk to while we're in this zone. But good old Gapora, where you at, buddy? Yep, there he is. He has something to say.
Hey. Hello, Link. Have you heard anything about my daughter? What is it? You know anything at all? I heard you to share it with me. You want to tell me, but you can't? I understand. I'm sure you have a good reason for keeping quiet. Look, I've been doing some thinking since we last spoke. We have this destiny thrust upon you, without warning or choice, for that matter, but I wish to help you as best I can. Getting older, and I like the vigor of youth, but even old men have ways of being useful too. Wish to share as much of my knowledge with you as I can. If you have any questions or any question, and I mean any question about all of Skyloft or its history, I'll be glad to tell you all that I know.
Actually, we do have a question.
What do I know of the Triforce? Link, where did you hear that word? It's true that the ancient texts make several mentions of the Triforce within their pages. Fortunately, the actual location of the Triforce isn't illuminated in any of these tomes. Its whereabouts lost to history.
Lost to history, you say?
Sorry, Link. Shames me to say it, but my knowledge of it is little of use on the subject.
That's not good.
Do I know anyone else who might know more about Triforce than Skyloft? No. Doubt anyone in this town would know much about the subject. It's ancient and archaic as that.
Ancient and archaic. Okay.
Link, just a moment.
Okay, what you got?
Though there is one whose vast knowledge may be of use. Surely you're familiar with Levias, great guide spirit, who has guarded our realm for ages.
Levias, you say?
Levias has served as the protector of our skies for a long time. His knowledge of our world is encyclopedic, to put it mildly. If anyone in the entirety of Skyloft and beyond were to know about the Triforce, it would be him.
Where is he?
Yeah, fear that you might be your next question about that. I imagine in your travels you've taken notice of that tremendous thunderhead that suddenly appeared in our skies. Recently, I've heard rumors suggesting that Levias is trapped inside the massive cloud.
Oh, well, okay. I guess that means we know where we need to go next, then. Looks like we need to head into the Thunderhead as our next major thing.
I asked Instructor Owlin to look into this troubling cloud in order to determine if there is any truth to these rumors. I had meant to inquire about his findings earlier, but completely forgot about it after Zelda went missing. Instructor Owlin can fill me in on the details later, so why don't you go speak with him yourself, see what his investigation has revealed.
Okay, so go see Owlin then. Okay, well, let's go see Instructor Owlin, see how he's doing, and figure out from there on our path to finding Levias in the Thunderhead then, apparently based on what we were just told. Link, how goes your search for Zelda? Have you found her yet? What? Levias? So you've been talking to the headmaster, I take it. If I'm correct, Levias is the one inside the Thunderhead, but that's not the Levias that we all knew. That's a monster. It certainly looks like Levias, but last time I approached him, he came rushing at me, and his eyes, they were full of malice. That doesn't sound good. People change, or old. Wizened creatures change, rather. Perhaps it's more than that. He is possessed by something. That's how it felt to me. Possessed, you say? What? You want to talk to Levias? That's impossible. I don't think Levias is capable of listening. Not in his current state, no. And even if you were to get close enough to him, talk to him, it would likely end with you getting brushed aside and sent flying to your death in a sea of clouds. That doesn't sound good. What? You're still planning on going? I see. It's because you need to find Zelda. I understand. I get the feeling nothing I could say to you would talk you out of it. Yep, nothing you could say. Hey, I have an idea, come with me. You have an idea? What do you mean? Levias is inside the Thunderhead. He's been acting so strangely like something has possessed him. If we can somehow free him from whatever it is that has a hold over him, then there's a chance he will return to his senses. Listen well, Link, because I'm about to teach you a very powerful bird-riding technique. It is called the Spiral Charge. Spiral Charge? Using the Spiral Charge, you can rid Levias of the blight that has a hold of him. The technique is quite easy to perform. All you have to do is press X. However, the acceleration effect lasts longer than any attack move you've used so far. Maintaining stable flight can be tricky. This is a technique that only Senior Knight Academy students who have mastered high-level flight skills are allowed to perform. It is still a bit too early for you, but this is an extraordinary circumstance, so I'll make an exception this time. However, I will test you. Okay. You're gonna test us, you say? First, dive off this platform and call your bird. Okay, dive off the platform, call the bird. Okay, Loftwing, we're gonna need you, buddy. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, we got, targets. Listen up, Link. I taught your Loftwing to perform a Spiral Charge when you press X. Okay. So that might be how you hit those, little birds with rupees now. Use the Spiral Charge attack to break the 10 targets placed around the floating boulders up ahead. If you can destroy 10 targets in under 2 minutes, I will recognize you as a skilled bird rider. Alright, off you go. Okay. Seems easy enough. I'm gonna go for the other ones after we get these first. Okay, so far so good. We got one that's lower. I think we should maybe try and go for that first. There we go. Fly back up. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna need to slow down, turn ourselves around, and then now we can go for this one. Okay, so far so good. Keep it moving. Get as many of these as we can. Got about 1 minute and 20 seconds left. So far so good though. We just need a couple more. That's 6. Turn ourselves around. Look for any other targets. Looks like the rest are flying with the birds. So we just need to go about chasing them down now. Which seems easy. But for the current moment, let's be honest here, it's all about making sure we get the right angles on them. That's one. There's one over there, so there's more than just the ones that we see. That's interesting. Let's go for this one since we can see it. Since we missed a couple of them. So there's 12 of them, it looks like. Well, we can go for the easy one then. If we want to. Not a bad idea, right? There we go. Finished. Not too bad. That could be a minigame for a heart piece later. Maybe. Since it gave us that. Ooh, you managed to destroy 10 targets within the time limit. If you can control your bird that well, you'll have no problems at all. I knew you could do it, Link. And what a magnificent red bird. You are henceforth permitted to use the spiral charge attack as a qualified bird rider. The next thing we have to address is just how to go about finding Levias. Maybe the owner of the lumpy pumpkin might know something. Every year he makes an offering of his pumpkin soup for Levias. Go to the lumpy pumpkin and ask what he knows. Okay. Noted, noted, noted. About the minigame we just played. Oh, the lumpy pumpkin is a little gathering spot on an oblong island to the south of Skyloft. The owner's daughter Kina works there. She has the most lovely voice. I'm also a fan of hers, but you don't need to tell anyone else about that, do you? Okay, looks like we can't mess with that then. What I say we do is, because of the fact that now we, have the spiral charge and we know where to go from there, I'm gonna say what we do, instead of going straight for Levias and, finding out about him, I say we go into the Thunderhead first to get that situated, because I think this will spawn Levias if we go and do everything with the lumpy pumpkin and stuff. So, just so we're safe to kind of, run around and do what we need to do with the, obviously, the goddess boxes inside of here. Let's go and get that figured out first and foremost, before we do go about, putting Levias on the board for us to worry about later. Just to make things easier on us. Since right now, we already have to deal with these bug creatures. Oh, that actually knocks them down. That's cool. I didn't even realize that one. Okay, cool. So that keeps those things away from us now, so we can spin around to get them off of us. That's good. Then just make our way right over to our first island inside the Thunderhead, and grab our first little box that's over here. So where is it? It's on the training ground looking island. Okay. Based on positioning, it seems like it might be connected to the little kind of watery area, maybe. Okay. Oh, we're in here now. Don't see it. That doesn't mean that it's not here. It just means that we just have to look around, is all. Nothing there. So far, no goddess boxes anywhere that I can see. Let's see. Based on here, let's take this off. Okay, so it looks like it's more outside, slightly. So we want to go back out here and up and about, basically. Makes sense. Okay, so we're out here now. Looks like we need to go this way, slightly, to kind of get an idea of where we are. Looks like it's somewhere on the outsides, or like the outskirts of this, somewhat, from what we can kind of see. So we just need to kind of follow the wall, and we should be able to find it pretty easily once we get to a decent location. Okay, we're about where it is. Oh, there it is. Okay. So let's see here. Based on here, it looks like we just need to go to the top, pretty much. Okay, that makes sense. And because I see this, let's just push that down real quick. Might as well. And then it looks like just run all the way up here. Also, I think that log reset, honestly. It's something curious, just because of, like, what we saw before, because I know I dropped that log before. Let's grab our goddess box hiding on this strange little island that hasn't had anything yet, but it looks like it does something. And get ourselves a piece of heart for 2 more to go until we can get our 19th heart container, which is crazy to say, honestly. And we know where one of those is, and we know where another is. So Fun Island and Beetle, obviously, for ones that we can go grab in order to, you know, meet that destination that we're trying to get. But cool, that's now settled. Now we just need to head to the Isle of Songs, which I need to reposition myself for. Based on positioning for this one, let me think. Where could one... Ooh, hello. There's a digging spot here. Hello, what are you? We can burrow into it. Okay. Oh, hello. That's not good. Oh, it's running from me, actually. Let's break all this real quick. What are you doing up here? I didn't even realize there was a digging spot up here. I think this is something completely new to me. Slasheroni. Lead somewhere. We'll deal with them real quick. I don't mind it. Okay, he doesn't see me right now. Let's back it up. Follow him out. Oop, stamina ran out. Let's be safe for a second. Let him kind of figure where he's going. Where are you going? Oh, he's going this way. Stay right behind him. Wait for him to come to me. Slowly but surely follow him around. Keep an eye around our surroundings too. There's 2 openings apparently. That's interesting. And give him... Ooh, almost had a slash there. Okay, look around, buddy. Need you to stand still for like half a second if we can. He's moving quite a lot compared to the other ones we've seen. Let's see. He should give us a moment here soon. Yeah, there it is. Boink. Down he goes. And while he's doing that, let's check out what's going on this part. It's a small island, so I'm surprised there's anything here. Oh, goddess box. Okay. Noted. So apparently there's one in there. And then we just need to find the other one, which I think is this one over here. I think. It kind of like resets the positioning of everything, so it's kind of hard to tell where you are right away. Okay, where's this one? Looks like it might be another one. Yeah, it is. So there's 2 goddess boxes hiding on this little island here. That's good to know. So now we know that there is other goddess boxes inside of the Thunderhead now, which is always good to know. I don't think there's another opening, right? Yeah, it doesn't look like it, so there's 2 of them. Okay, noted. Let's head on back up. Sadly, we can't activate those. Oh, wait a minute. I need to get out of here somehow, and I don't know where we are location-wise. Let's see here. That's gotta be the one that we came in on, right? Let's see. Let's see. This one, we were close to a bunch of rocks, right? Yeah, here we go. This looks better. Let's use this to get out of here. Hopefully we're out of this maze. Yeah, there we go. Jeez. That was a maze and a half. I'll definitely have to say that one. But up and above we go. Let's turn ourselves around back towards the Island of Songs for the first time since completing our trials. Since there's no other reason to be here other than what we're doing. Looks like it might be on top of it, actually. Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, up on top of the Isle of Songs for another goddess box. What's inside number 2? Kind of curious. Ooh. Small bomb bag. Thanks. Your pouch is full, so this item was sent to the item check. Interesting. Well, I can think of one thing I could possibly do with that, and it's to upgrade it and then sell it. If it's worth the effort to sell it. But, okay. Weird. Well, let's take our marker back, since that doesn't need to be there anymore. And then just set it up to go towards the lumpy pumpkin now. Since there's nothing else we can do at the current moment that will lead us to what we need to do. And I think one thing I'm going to do in between this episode and the next, by the way, is I think I'm going to go and grab all the rupees we need for that piece of heart. And I'm also going to go and finally beat that Fun Island thing that we haven't done yet. I think the minecart is also a thing for a piece of heart, by the way. So if we go there, we can also get one, I think. And I think there's a thing with Fledge, I think, too, as well, that I think we can do. I guess we can go see him first, since we're next to Skyloft. Might as well, just to see what's going on. Because that might give us our answer that we're looking for. Also, that tornado's like directly next to Skyloft. I'd be a little scared of that, honestly. If I were to see that, like, just sitting there like that. It's kind of dangerous. But here we are. Oh, and Fledge did move spots, apparently. He's over by the training grounds. He's got something to say, too. Hello, Fledge. What's up, bud?
Hey, Link. I pretty much maxed out on push-ups. Wonder what exercise I can pick up next. Whoa. That's one sweet bow you got there, Link. Bet you're a total natural with it, too.
I would say so. I think I'm pretty decent with it now.
You're amazing, Link. If I ever work up my way to 3,000 push-ups, I'll never be as cool as you. I got it. Why don't you show me how good you are with your bow? I'm going to toss some pumpkins into the air, okay? You show me how good you are at filling them full of arrows. Throwing pumpkins in the air will give me a good workout, too. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Okay, yeah, sure. We can do that.
I'll toss pumpkins for 90 seconds. You get 10 points for every pumpkin you hit. The more pumpkins you hit in a row, the more points you get, so don't miss. Oh, and one more thing, it'll cost you 20 rupees to try. Playing for free is no fun, right? So, what do you say? You want to give it a shot for 20 rupees?
Sure.
Alright, let's get started. Show me how it's done, Link.
Okay, let's do this. I think I'm decent with the bow. So this should be pretty fun. It's gonna automatically aim me. Yeah, it is. There we go. Ooh, missed that one. Okay, so sometimes they're a little fast. Oh, that was a special one. It's also dependent on me getting this charged up all the way. Okay, there we go. Okay, please don't throw them too quickly. It's just our first time with it, so it's like gonna take me some time to get used to it. It's using my arrows, I think. No, it's not. Okay, good. Oh, missed that one somehow. Are they all landing in the same spot? Because that could be my mistake, I think. Yeah, they seem to be in the same spot. Oops. Didn't realize that. That could have made this thing way easier if I realized that beforehand. Okay, good to know. There we go. So I can just keep it in one spot. Now that I know that, now I'm not going to mess it up as much. Oh, no, they do move. Okay, he's throwing them over here now. Let's hold it then. Ooh, missed it. No. Ooh, that was a little further. Okay, you need to toss it where I'm actually aiming, buddy. 220, 230 points. Not too bad. Ooh, tried to hit it. Well, now that I know that it stands in the same spot sometimes, it's not too bad.
Oh, wow, 240 points. Nice job, Link. It's not the best score ever, but you were pretty smooth, Link. Next time I want to aim for at least 400. Anyways, here's 50 rupees. I've earned from doing chores for the grumpy kitchen lady. Drop by when you want to try again.
So we got our money back for that. Let's try it again. I feel like I can get 40. Or 400. Now that I understand that he keeps it in the same position after a certain amount of points. So, as long as we remember that... Oops. Too quickly on that one. There we go. So as long as we can get, like, a bunch of points early, it should be fine. No. There we go. It's, like, right above the crosshair is when you want to aim for it. There we go. Already 110. 160. You can toss it in a different position now, bud? Nope. Okay, good. Keep it like that, please. Okay. Oh, that was a special one. Darn. Okay, he's aiming over here now. No. There we go. Keep it going. Just don't mess up. This gives me more time to prepare for it when he tosses it like this. So it's not too bad for me. Ooh, that was slightly to the right compared to what it was. Okay. 1. Ooh, he's starting to throw it further. Oh, he's really throwing it. Okay. You need to pick a spot, buddy. If you're gonna do it like that. Okay, now he's really making me aim. Oh, okay, well we got 300. But, wow, okay. He really started changing it up on me there for a second there. If you can get it early before the timer starts reaching that point. Okay. Well, I got 550 rupees again, so this is a way for me to get, some rupees without having to go crazy. So I have a way of, like, farming up for, Beetle without having to go around, like, on the surface level. But still, though, this is, definitely gonna take me some time to get used to. For sure. Just because trying to aim... I don't, like, play shooting games too often. So trying to aim for a moving target is not the easiest thing to do. And now he's moving it on me again. Really? Is there a way to cancel around, or are you just forced to just try it and see what you can do? Looks like he's kind of just forcing it. Oh, he moved it. Of course he did. Stop moving it, Fletch. You're doing it on purpose. I know you are. Oh, yeah, of course I missed it. Jeez, he's really tossing it harder this time. I don't think I can get the timer. We're running out of time, and there's no way to get more time. Unless I were to hit every single pumpkin without messing up. I don't think I'm getting this. Yeah, there it is. It just ended right there. It's not too bad. As long as we get to where that 200 points is, I think we at least get the money back for doing it, plus the upgraded amount, because, you know, it's more than what we paid to actually start the thing. Yeah, this might be something I might need to do in between episodes, just because I don't think I'm going to be able to do this in an episode. That's fine. It's just more of like a thing that not everything we're going to be able to do one episode if it's going to take, you know, as much time as it does to do what we just did. But not bad. 550 rupees for every time. So we just got 150 rupees. Minus the 20 that it takes to play it. So, not bad. It's a decent way of getting some money. And if you can get higher, I think you would get more money, obviously. And then maybe eventually get the, well, a piece of heart for it, because I'm pretty sure that's a piece of heart thing. But from here, though, we need to head back into the sky. We're not going to go talk to Pum. We're going to actually go to the Lumpy Pumpkin. And there's a reason for it. Because there is actually a quest we can go do, I think, now. Because it should be active now. It's for Kina specifically. And it's something apparently connected to dealing with the Fire Sanctuary like we did. And apparently that should lead us to getting a quest here now, outside of fixing up the place. So I'm kind of curious what that's going to be, now that we have that situated and ready to go. Back to the Lumpy Pumpkin, and we are here. Oh yeah, there's a digging spot here. Nope, never mind. Thought it was one. It looks like one. Okay, here she is.
Oh, thanks for coming to help me carry the pumpkins the other day. Thanks to you, we're ready to plant the new seeds. The only thing is, plowing the patch so that it's ready to be planted is hard work. If only there was someone who was really good at plowing the field.
Well, I think I could know someone.
Really? If that's the case, I'd love to ask this person to help me out. If you find this person, please tell him, or them, to come find me right away, okay? I calculated a 90% chance that this request is in some way connected to gratitude crystals. Your dowsing ability can now be calibrated to locate the person who will plow the pumpkin patch for this girl. However, if you're searching for another object that someone has asked you to find, the target will be removed when you switch to this target. Do you wish to set your dowsing target as a person to plow the pumpkin patch?
Yeah, there's nobody else set there, so just put it in.
Understood. I will set your dowsing target to find the individual who can plow the pumpkin patch.
Okay. So, obviously, it would be someone connected to digging, obviously, right? It would be easy to answer from there. And with the fact that we had to go to Elden Volcano to open this, obviously it's gotta be a magma. The only thing is which magma is it? Is the real question, right?
Is there really someone out there who would help me out? Well, I'll try to keep my hopes up. Just wait here patiently until they show up.
Okay. Well, back into the skies we go then. Since it's definitely Elden Volcano, and I believe it's specifically by the Fire Sanctuary where we actually need to go. So, let's head straight to the Fire Sanctuary and go from there, since I'm pretty sure that's where we actually really need to go for this. Which shouldn't be too hard. But, yeah, definitely straight on over there is the first and foremost thing here. The only thing is Elden Volcano is slightly far away from Lumpy Pumpkin. Not too much, but it's still a decent flight over compared to some of the places where you can fly to. Thankfully, flight in this game is not too bad when it comes to timing stuff, but, you know, it's still, you know, a decently far flight compared to other zones connected to places and stuff like that. Since this is basically the top right of the map and we're going from bottom right. Down we go. And I think we need to go straight to inside the Fire Sanctuary, I think. I think that's where we need to be. Oh wait, this is like literally inside of it. Oops. That's not what I meant. I didn't realize this would literally be inside of it. Yeah, we need to back up. Yeah, I meant Fire Sanctuary, like, entrance, not Fire Sanctuary, inside the dungeon. Oops. Yeah, that was, a miscalculation. I didn't realize that that was a teleport outside, but I guess I should have because it was orange. But that's good to know, that you can teleport straight to the end of the dungeon, which is pretty good. Because not any of the other ones are possible to do that. But inside the volcano is where we actually need to go, which is right outside of the Fire Sanctuary. Okay, let's see. Send it to Pumpkin Patch, and then look around. They're this way. Okay, so follow the dowsing rod, and hope it takes us right to where we need to go. Is it outside of here? It's outside of here. Okay, keep following. Somewhere around here. Looks like outside again, maybe. Based on positioning. We'll stay away from our enemies. It looks like the fire choo-choo stopped spawning here. That's a good thing. Those fire choo-choos are kind of annoying sometimes, I'm gonna be honest. So I'd rather deal with Lizalfos. And now that the Lizalfos actually have a proper spawn, it's actually pretty good for farming their materials if you ever needed them. Okay, it looks like it's down there. So follow the slide. obviously, for the time being, and figure out where exactly we're going. We're gonna kind of just try and stick to slide the best we can. Grab our blue rupees. After that, the Din's Power sealed or silent realm, this place is a lot less scary compared to that place. Oh, there's one of those things here now. That's interesting. Looks like down there is where we're going. Okay. Follow the land. Go where we need to go. While also kind of staying away from the creatures as best we can. Okay. Somewhat near the front of our starting zone. Okay. If we knew that, we would have just did that instead. Good to know. Good to know. Did we ever go in there? I don't think we did. Did we? Is there a way for me to get there? Don't see one. Interesting. Let's go through here real quick. And check if we can maybe drop down on top of that. Maybe. Let's see. Nope. Definitely not. Worth a shot, though. Somehow we gotta find a way to be able to go down there, too, at some point. Currently, we can't do that, though, obviously. But, interesting, though, nonetheless. Is there a quick and easy way through here without having to go through Mr. Moblin? Looks like there is, thankfully. You can go right around him. Okay. Downish. Oh, it's inside that one spot, I think. The only thing is we need to find a way over from here. Which seems to be, I think, up and over this way, if I remember correctly. We got a couple of goblins with arrows. Try and blast me all you can, buddy. But I think we're going inside of this place, I think. Yep, we are. We definitely are. Isn't there a thing in here, by the way? That we had access to before? I'm trying to remember. Because I remember at some point... Yeah, there was a digging mitt area. Can we reach that? Nah, it doesn't look like it. Ow. Ouchie. Oh, it looks like we're going for you. Can I reach you from here? Nope, I can't. Okay, so we need to go up and out again. And then go straight for gold, it looks like. So gold's the person we're looking for. The leader of the Magmas. For some reason, he's our guy that we need, apparently. Wouldn't the Magmas be aimless without their leader, though? That'd be kind of interesting to take him without them, you know, being consulted, I guess. But we'll definitely make our way straight to him, since that's where it wants us to go. Just slowly but surely, drop right on top of him. Hey, Gold. Long time no see, buddy.
Oh, so we meet again, eh? I gotta thank you for the help last time. I see. I've been searching for a new treasure spot, but I can't find a single bottle or bit of treasure. Maybe I'm just getting woozy from working so long in this heat. Sometimes I wish I could find a job that really played to my strengths here. Something in a cool climate, then I'd be set.
Well, I know a place that's not hot, and you might like it.
So you know a place with work that I'd be good at. And it's in the sky. I love the sky. Where do I sign up? I'm telling you, I'm in. Let's do this thing.
Okay, let's try and get him up there then.
This individual's capabilities match perfectly to the types of duties expected of an employee at the Lumpy Pumpkin. Do you want to call the robot and transport this individual?
Yes, we do. Okay, Scrapper, we need you, buddy.
Master, I will send word to the robot using telepathic transmissions.
Okay, here comes Scrapper, and we have another job for him. And then obviously we need to go drop him gold off over at the Lumpy Pumpkin right after this. And then from there we'll end off today's episode when we get there.
Oh, Mr. Spee, I'm here, sir. Oh, you want me to carry this?
Yep.
You don't have to tell me twice, sir.
He's done questioning, it looks like.
I'll be waiting for you in the sky, so don't take too long, Bert.
Cole made a little sound like he was laughing that he was going into the sky finally.
Master, I suggest we also return to the sky and accompany the magma to its destination quickly.
Yeah, he's a living person, so we definitely should head up there. Unlike the water basin, there was no real reason to, you know, leave it be like that. So, and like take as long as we did before we headed to this where we actually needed to go. But now that we actually have a live cargo, let's go and get straight back to our bird statue that's closest to here and head straight back to the skies as quickly as we can, since we're more than ready set for where we need to go. The only thing is how do we get there? Looks like, oh, here. We need to dive ourselves into this hole here, all the way through, and then turn ourselves around. Watch out for Mr. Fire as best we can. Get hit a couple times, make our way up, and then slowly but surely make our way back to where we need to be, and send him flying while we're at it. And then slowly but surely straight to the bird statue, and then from there straight to the lumpy pumpkin. But to the sky we go. Not too bad at all, honestly. But from there, I think in the next episode, by the next episode, I'm gonna try and do Fun Island. I'm gonna try and do Fledge's minigame, and then I'm gonna try and see if we can farm up some rupees for Beetle, and then hopefully we'll have the 2 heart pieces for those 2 mini games, because I don't think we're gonna be able to do them in video because obviously it's a timing thing. It'll take a while to do it eventually. But I think what I'll do is I'll at least record my screen while I'm working on it. You guys wouldn't have, like, you know, my full audio for it, but I'll, you know, show off it if we are happen and able to be able to do it between episodes, like at near the beginning of the next episode, I guess would be the best way to show it, just to show you how I did it and how it kind of worked out, basically. But basically, obviously, I'll, you know, speed up the footage for both of them so you can just see, like, a quick version of what I did to beat the mini-games, I guess, is the best way to say it.
Oh, I brought the old magma, sir.
Yep, you did. There he is. Hey, Gold. Welcome to the land of the skies.
Send my best to Fee. Bzat. Yay, you found someone, didn't you? Wait a second, this isn't a person. How you're saying that this is a mole this mole is going to plow the patch for me.
Oh, come on. Are you seriously trying to get me to work on a field all day? Is that why you hauled me all the way up here into the sky?
Good luck, Mr. Mole Man.
What? But well, I suppose, I guess, I could at least give it a try. Well, hey, so what you think?
Wow, look at that. That's amazing.
Ah, you think? Well, it was nothing really. Rooting around in the dirt is a child's play for us magmas.
Wow. One more time, please. Again.
Oh yeah, here I go.
Looks like he's definitely liking it here. I guess he just needed someone to cheer him on. Which the magmas normally don't get, from what we've seen. Not too bad.
I'm so grateful that you brought this lovely guy to help me. I'm going to ask him to help with all the kinds of things. Thank you very, very, very much.
And there we go. We got ourselves some gratitude crystals. We got 5 more, and apparently Batchworks needs 5 more, from what he told us. So Batchworks is definitely getting closer and closer to maybe being able to do what he needs to do for becoming human, I guess, is from what he was saying. Apparently we're getting close.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you how it's done.
What about you, Kina?
The fields are in good hands, or claws. He can easily do the work of 100 people, so I'm lucky to have him around.
No problem there. But with that being said, that will be today's episode. What a journey, though. What a journey indeed. Going back in time to, well, doing what we just did, to learning about the Triforce, to getting the true Master Sword. Like, look at this blade, this thing's cool looking. Honestly, we are definitely getting pretty far in our adventure. And honestly, we're getting closer and closer to the end, too. Because, obviously, now that we have the Master Sword, we're on path to the finale, basically, of this game. Not yet, we still got a bit, but we're definitely on path. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching today's episode. It's been a blast hanging out with you guys, like always. And with that being said, I'll see you all in the next one. Keep being spooky, and peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.